Another day, another possible United States government shutdown. So we'll see what happens. They say midnight, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. If Democrats and Republicans can't reach a decision when they vote, then the government will be shut down. So, I guess there's nothing new at this point. Every couple of months, maybe 3 to 4 months, this comes up. Maybe it's 4 to 5 months where they have to put together a spending package so the government doesn't shut down. One federal union employee said the lesser of two evils is shutting it down versus letting it keep going. He said, and he's not a fan of Donald Trump, that the government has been shutting down since Inauguration Day, January 20th, when Trump got sworn in. And he's saying that because layoffs from federal employees, government departments being cut, and funding being taken out. And in this federal union member's mind, that's already been the start of shutting down the United States government to begin with, based on, Trump's actions. So he's saying, hey, let it shut down. That's the lesser of two evils. And that maybe it'll send a message to Trump, I guess. I don't know. Maybe on the Democratic side of things, even though you risk people being furloughed and not getting paid, and certain other government services, that aren't available during the shutdown. So, at this point, I don't want to say you should be over all of this, but, they never try and get this thing to the point to where it's not getting ready to hit the debt ceiling and that they're actually paying down the debt. Now, you argue from the Republican side, that's what they're trying to do. Donald said if the government does shut down today or tonight, that it will make prices higher here in America because it will put a stop to his tax bill that he wants to push through. But that can't be done with the government shut down. So I think it's a bill to cut down taxes up in the trillions. And so that's his whole thing. If they can't come to an agreement tonight, then prices get more expensive because he can't pass his tax bill. So, it's all in the loop at this point. But, what can you do? What can you say? And then, if you voted, whether it be for Kamala or Donald or independent party, I don't know how you're feeling about the voting system right now, or if, a shutdown really is on the back of your mind right at this moment. It just seems to be something that most of the time they do avoid. The last time Trump was in office, it did actually shut down. The last government shutdown possibility was last year, and they did avoid that while Biden was still in office. But I won't be surprised if it shuts down tonight, and then Saturday morning was 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. It shuts down. So that'll be Saturday, March 15th. But I won't be surprised if it does. Just as, in one of the articles I read, it talked about this being one of the Democrats' last ways to kind of stick it to Donald by voting against, what could possibly stop a shutdown, just because they want to see certain things reversed that Trump is doing, with layoffs, cutting aid, things like that, the executive orders being signed, and then shutting down the government puts a halt to a lot of things. So it's like the last card Democrats can play, since the Republicans, they control Congress, the House and the Senate, and they've got the White House. So it's definitely a game of chess right now between both parties. And let's just see if this shutdown does happen. I got a good feeling that it will. Not that I want it to, but just with everything that Trump has been doing that Democrats don't like. Like I said, this is the last hand they can play to really send a message to Donald in terms of how they want to see certain things moving a little differently and not the way he's just signing orders and just really trying to make changes really quickly. He's saying what he's doing is for the betterment of the country, to save money, and just to bring everything back to the United States. So, Donald is definitely playing hardball, and, he's a businessman. So, he operates, out of that side of him, not so much as a politician while he's in the White House again. And I think people know that. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with this economy already not doing so well. Stock market dropping so many points this past Monday, because of tariffs on top of that. And then, you got the ceasefire possibly between Russia and Ukraine, but that's not official yet. And again, government layoffs, and, here we go. We're only 3 months in 2025, and it's been a roller coaster already. So here we go with a possibility of a government shutdown again, and we'll see if it actually happens. I'm thinking this time it might go through. If it does get avoided, it'll probably come down to the last minute tonight. That's what I'm thinking. They won't have a deal in place before the sun sets. But if it does shut down like I think it will, I think it's just, a microcosm of what's been going on a bigger scale already in this country and in the world. Not to sound, doom and gloom or sad or down or things like that. But that's just, what it is right now, as everybody keeps trying to find their way and, either lose confidence in the United States government or just feel something better is on the way. It may get worse before it gets better. What do I know? But yeah, we're on the brink of the possibility of another United States government shutdown. We'll see if they can pass a bill to avoid it or not between both parties, Democrat and Republican. And so, we'll see. But, to me, it's just become routine at this point. 5 months go by, okay. Possibility of another shutdown. Democrats and Republicans meet to all the way up into the last minute to avoid it. It's the same old dog and pony show almost, with this debt ceiling being hit, and then the United States defaulting and can't pay its bills, as they say, when the government shuts down. So it really would be a disaster, because then with everything that's in motion, the ceasefire with Russia and Ukraine, again, all of that stuff possibly gets put on hold if the main country, the United States, is shut down. So, yeah. Continue to be crazy times. And it's not even gotten warm outside yet. It's not even spring. And the limit is really being pushed. So, what do you guys think? Shut down or no tonight? Did you even know about it? If you do you even care? Do you feel it won't affect you? You figure it's just routine and we were due for a shutdown and the government was due for a shutdown and they'll work it out later on in the month? I don't know. If you still are working for the United States government, If it shuts down, will you still get paid? I know there's some government employees who will not. Which group are you in? Will you still get your check or not? If you do not, then again, my heart goes out to you if it does shut down and you're furloughed for whatever reason and you don't get your pay. That's definitely needed. But you guys let me know down in the comments about your thoughts on another possible shutdown. Will it happen? Will they avoid it? Do you even care if it shuts down or not? Let me know down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And the channel is Facts of Feelings, all one word, no spaces. Put that in the YouTube search, Facts of Feelings, no spaces, and my channel comes right up. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see if the government is open for business tomorrow or if it's shut down. I'm out.